The servers have been brought down for week 4, and I'm already itching for some more. This week on the Lyneth server, there wasn't much drama, although I did witness Apex Order fleeing from actual pirates, albeit off camera. I've reached level 12. My husband and I have finally found our rhythm in leveling. Currently, there are limited paths for leveling up. Players can power level by forming large groups and traversing through zones populated with elite enemies. Or they can level through commissions. My preference leans towards the latter option, mainly due to my less sociable nature and the fact that my young children can be quite distracting. When the game is released, I plan to become a hermit, journeying through Vera, akin to a tinker. Husband will be my protector. Squirrel, now where was I? Oh yes, my husband and I have established a rhythm. We collect all the artisan and selected adventure commissions, then head out together to tackle our targets. Afterward, we part ways to fulfill the artisan commissions individually. We reconvene at home, process what we can, deposit the remainder in the bank, and then repeat. Now that I said that out loud, it sounds like it would be repetitive and boring, but it isn't. If you tuned in for week 3, you'd have noticed that I reached level 10 and obtained citizenship in New Ayla. This week, I've renounced that citizenship and journeyed to Halcyon via caravan. The journey lasted an hour and 25 minutes. Stay tuned for more details next week. Last week, I promised you an insight into professions, and well, here it goes. Ashes of Creation is a dream come true for crafters, featuring 3 professional archetypes: gathering, processing, and crafting. There are 22 professions in total, comprising 5 in gathering, 9 in processing, and 8 in crafting. To keep it concise, we will focus solely on what's available at level 1. Let's begin with fishing. A novice fisherman can expect to catch bluegill and largemouth bass from the shores of any body of water in Vera. Bluegills and largemouth bass are incorporated into cooking recipes. Novice herbalists gather daffodils, snowdrops, and flax. All 3 are used in weaving, while daffodils and snowdrops are used in alchemy, cooking, and farming. Novice hunting of wolf, bear, spider, grem, horse, and ravens are used in animal husbandry, cooking, and tanning. Hunting can result in either a carcass or a tameable animal. Carcasses are utilized in cooking and tanning, whereas tameable animals are employed in animal husbandry. Rest assured, it is not possible to consume a spider or a horse. Novice lumberjack chop down oak, ash, eastern hemlock, and western larch. All are used in lumber milling and weaving. Novice miners gather granite, basalt, copper, zinc, and ruby. Granite and basalt are used in stonemasonry, while copper and zinc are used in metalworking. Additionally, rubies are used in stonemasonry as well as alchemy. However, that's not the complete picture. The aforementioned only pertains to gathering and processing professions. We also have crafting professions to consider. In processing, you require raw materials, whereas crafting professions mainly utilize processed materials along with a few raw gatherables. Alchemy is often used in arcane engineering, carpentry, scribing, and weaponsmithing, the most notable material being the magic powder. The farming of flax and cotton is used in weaving. Weaving is used in carpentry, leatherworking, scribing, and tailoring. Lumber milling finds its applications in farming, arcane engineering, carpentry, and weaponsmithing. Metalworking is utilized in arcane engineering, armorsmithing, carpentry, jewel cutting, and weaponsmithing. Stonemasonry plays a role in arcane engineering, jewel cutting, and the crafting of armor and weapons. In the process of tanning, bones are utilized in arcane engineering, whereas skins are employed in leatherworking, as well as in the crafting of armor and weapons. Lastly, in weaving, linen thread is utilized in leatherworking, tailoring, and scribing, whereas cotton thread is employed in leatherworking as well. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. It appears that the majority of professional recipes are obtained from enemies, with a few available for purchase from vendors. Talking about professions, check out the new armor I made. Recipes are bought and made at the Apprentice Tailoring. Husband made his from armor smithing. It looks really good on the Vex. It's time to dive into the logistics for week 4.
Happy Friday, glorious testers. This weekend is a larger release than the previous 3 weekends. We had a lot of changes that came up from our lower development streams. As a result, it is entirely possible and likely that some new bugs have been introduced and some systems may have regressed. We have caught a majority of them this week during our PTR testing. Remember, as you test this weekend, to file bug reports so we can react to the ones we deem most urgent, severe. You have all been doing a wonderful job, and week after week, the Intrepid team has been kicking butt. Forward and onward.
Steven wasn't exaggerating when he mentioned a larger release. The extensive list of updates is overwhelming for my ADHD brain, but I will attempt to cover the significant updates. The exploit that allowed the duplication of inventory and storage items has been fixed. Resolved problems with Tier 1 recipes that incorrectly required Tier 3 resources. They added more cowbell, LOL. Many caravan-related issues have been resolved. Commissions, quests, and events have all been addressed. Resolved numerous issues associated with enemy NPCs. Enabled lightning storm weather, which needs a lot of work. A new opt-in to PvP safety option is now available for players who are level 5 or lower, likely in response to the recent Asmongold incident. Mounts now despawn if they are 100 meters away from their owners. Side note, I cannot tell you how many times I have whistled for my mount and just started running. Just too used to games where you auto-mount when summoned and despawn when you get off. A report a bug feature has been added to the escape menu. Before this, players had to use the /bug command in the chat to report issues. The cleric, mage, ranger, and tank classes have undergone development, and the bard was shown a lot of love. A significant number of bugs related to nodes have been resolved. Additionally, there are general character changes, which include fixes for the character creator. Giants have been introduced to the game, and the frequency of droppings has also risen. Ideally, these two updates are unrelated. And Guild Wars UI got a couple of fixes. Intrepid Studios has done an impressive job this week. The game has felt smoother overall, despite the bugs encountered. That's it for me. We have 4 more sessions remaining before Wave 2 commences and our friends join us. I can't bear to be without them. Let's pause a moment and check out this unbearably cute group on the Lyneth server. It's unbelievable how many grizzlies made it up that very high watchtower. I barely made it myself. Bear with me, I'm just getting started.